Hello and welcome to GTA Live, which is our bi-weekly session for our business owner clients where we run through hot topics. And this week, surprise, surprise, we are talking about the budget, but we're not going to go into detail on the figures because you guys will already be overloaded with those. So we thought we'd take a different slant on it and cover any surprises, the things that affect our business owner clients the most, and what you can do to basically combat the threat of whatever these tax changes are going to have on your business, whatever that threat may be. Let's use them as opportunities, and use your strengths to combat those. So we thought we'd pick three major aspects, and we've got some questions from clients as well to put in to that. So we'll kick off maybe with the first question from a client.
Okay, so the first question was, how will the national insurance changes affect the recruitment of new staff?
JG.
So the NI changes come into effect will be the employer's threshold is reducing from £9,100 to £5,000. So that means you're going to pay NI a lot earlier, potentially. One thing they've tried to sort of mitigate it is say that the employer's NI allowance is obviously moving from £5,000 to £10,500. So it could work in your favour actually. So it could actually mean that although you're paying NI earlier, it's actually covered by the increase in the national insurance allowance.
So in simple terms, if your national insurance bill for your company, your employer's national insurance bill is no more than 10,500, then you won't have to pay any.
No, you're covered. But obviously, if you're higher than that, then it's going to start costing you more.
Because the rate's gone up.
Yeah, the NI threshold's gone down, and also then the rate that you're paying, percentage rate, has gone up from 13.8 to 15%.
Okay, so it's going to cost you more to hire people. So that's kind of suggesting that when you're making those decisions to hire recruits, and we've covered this with a client earlier today, you need to make sure you're getting the right structure in your business, and that those recruitment decisions effectively mean that your employees are earning money for the business, which is something really important that James covered off with this client earlier today.
Yeah, because the last thing you need is them coming to work, and then you're paying them. So effectively, you're working for them to be paid. Is what we put the scenario to that client, wasn't it? It was a bit of an eye opener for them, based on this new change that the budget announced.
Yeah. So you don't really, you want to minimize downtime of employees. You want to make sure that they're not a square peg in a round hole, that they're really doing the tasks that they can do efficiently, to make the most out of that cost for any small to medium size business, because it makes a huge difference. It will make a big difference. It's going to cost you more to employ people. Is our summary on that.
It is, and obviously we prepared a lot of things for our clients. Well, we started to, haven't we? We've got a template together that we're going to send out or put into the client portals, so our clients can work out the cost of employing people, and if you're not sure, you can come to us and we'll help you and we'll guide you through that sort of scenario of mitigating that big change.
And put it in the cash flow.
Yeah.
Because if it's not in the cash flow, it shouldn't happen. Basically, cash flow says no.
Should we go on to the next question? Has anyone got any more?
Yep. So the next question is to do with business asset disposal relief or BAD relief, and it's what's the impact of the increase in business asset disposal taxes? What effects is that going to have on those looking to exit their business in the next 2 years?
I'm happy to take this one because it was something that I hadn't quite clocked when I first was studying the budget, that although they said they're going to keep the £1 million lifetime allowance for those disposing of their business. What wasn't being kind of shouted about is the fact that they're increasing the rate from the 10% over the next 2 years, which in 2 years' time it's going to be 18%, which is a 50% tax increase. You know, you don't. If the headline said you're going to have a 50% tax increase, I think you'd read it. You'd read about it, wouldn't you? But that's not been publicised in great detail, I don't think. And I think that's such a big impact for business owners, anyone that's thinking about exiting their business, closing their business in the next 2 years. The timing is crucial. So I think what we would advise is, if you have started to wind down your business, maybe you've just got a couple of contracts left and you've been very loyal to those contracts and honouring them, but you've built up a cash pot in your business and you've been less inclined to extract the funds, potentially now is the catalyst to take action. And if you don't know how, then again, and a lot of accountants actually don't know about MVLs, which are members voluntary liquidations, and they're ways of closing a solvent business. That means you can then extract the assets at the rate of the business, tapping into the business asset disposal relief rate, which will still be at 10% before the 5th of April 2025. So actually, the clock is ticking now. We've got 3 and a bit months. If anyone that's thinking about exiting their business, closing their business in the next 2 years, the timing is crucial. So I think what we would advise is, if you have started to wind down your business, maybe you've just got a couple of contracts left and you've been very loyal to those contracts and honouring them, but you've built up a cash pot in your business and you've been less inclined to extract the funds, potentially now is the catalyst to take action. And if you don't know how, then again, and a lot of accountants actually don't know about MVLs, which are members voluntary liquidations, and they're ways of closing a solvent business. That means you can then extract the assets at the rate of the business, tapping into the business asset disposal relief rate, which will still be at 10% before the 5th of April 2025. So actually, the clock is ticking now. We've got 3 and a bit months. If you're thinking of closing your business, act now is my advice. Come and talk to us about it. Any business, maybe it's been dormant for a while, whatever it may be, come talk to us about that one now. Question 3.
Were there any significant changes in stamp duty announced during the budget?
Can you answer your own question? Josh or Stu, do you know?
No, I'll answer it. Yes, I can answer. So they obviously lowered stamp duty on first home buyers. But the main thing that we're making you, our clients, aware is, if you have a second property, your stamp duty land tax is obviously going up from 3% to 5%. So that's actually quite a big jump. And that's going to come to play.
Another almost 50%, isn't it?
Yep, and that comes into play immediately, sort of thing. So if obviously people are exchanging contracts before the 31st of October 24, then the additional rate, the 3% will still apply. Anything after then, it's 5%.
Ouch.
So literally from after the 31st October, it's going to be.
So that's not for limited companies, that's for individuals,
buyers,
obviously, anyone who has property portfolio. Buying second homes is something that they do, maybe a little bit, one a year, or not as much as maybe someone that has a limited company. But it could encourage you to look at your structure
Yeah, and I think that's important to start. People do need to start looking at the structure.
That is an ouch.
And
Stamp duty
especially,
is no small tax.
yeah, and obviously moving into limited companies when you've got your own personal portfolio, that comes with, again, stamp duty charges. But it's also
And careful tax planning as well.
so yeah, we need to we probably plan to show the benefit of moving into a legal entity rather than being in your personal name. Irrespective of whether it's stamp duty to pay, the savings later on could be better.
There's
So-
inheritance tax savings, aren't there, and potential.
Yeah. So again, that's something. Again, if
personal
people
tax savings.
have properties and thought they're just going to sell, don't just pull the plaster. Do an immediate reaction. It's think about this logically and ask us to help you if you need to.
That's it. Reach out to us if anything there rings true or hits a nerve. Reach out to us and we can make a plan to make you stronger with these tax rises. They're only going to get higher, I think, over the next few years. As far as we know they are, because they've told us they're going to get higher.
Yep, and it's quite interesting that the Chancellor came out and said in a live TV interview that businesses to mitigate, to cover these tax increases, either not to grow or not pay their staff, not increase staff wages. So
Really,
that is quite a
let's go
a
down
bold
well.
statement from a Well, I don't believe that's true. I think with careful planning and projections on cash flow, you can still grow your business.
Yeah. Careful pricing
It's
for
just
your revenue.
there's just more to it than just going, I need a member of staff now. I think there's now going to be you, the clients, are going to need to know more about your business and how and where you want to get to. So
It's a very out of touch attitude to take, to suggest that small businesses don't give pay rises and don't recruit.
no, and I agree with that.
I think we're kind of anti that ethos.
I genuinely
here
believe
at
you can grow your
GTA.
business. I genuinely believe you can grow your business if you have a plan in place.
Yeah.
And it's just
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be
And the right support from your advisors. They're behind you and on your side. No, like plugging our strap line there.
yeah.
See that? How clean was that? We're on your side. It's true. We care. Actually feel quite passionate at how this is affecting business owners.
Yeah, so again, people need to, if they want to watch this and they've got questions to ask, they need to talk to us. Contact the team.
We're not going to sit back and say do nothing. That's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. We'll be on hand to help.
Or we're out of control of what the government do. No, we're not going to take that approach either. We are here coming up with strategies to really drive success for our clients under any kind of economic pressure.
Yeah, totally agree.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining.
Is all.
Thank you.
Bye.